A story about representation in your wildest dreams coming true. In this week's Kids with Capes, I wanted to amplify an inspiring piece from 9 News reporter Rachel Kraus and her feature of a 12-year-old local movie star, Jeremiah Daniels.
Jeremiah Daniels never misses a chance to play. The 12-year-old is ready to start his basketball season in the new year. But this past January, Jeremiah took a different shot. At becoming an actor.
The shooting is perfect. I like my main movie.
Cast in a role that had him front and center.
Where my movie is called Color Book.
Can Daddy tell too?
Yes, come on, Terrence.
Color Book is a story about a father and a son grieving and trying to make it through the world together.
A chance to shine. It seemed Jeremiah's parents, Joy and Terrence, had manifested.
We were sitting on the couch one night and we were watching TV, and there was a Target commercial with a little girl who had Down syndrome. And I wondered why our son wasn't represented in the same way.
Joy's cousin, a producer, called about a movie shooting in Atlanta in need of an actor with Down syndrome.
From there, it was like a snowball effect.
Joy says 3 months of shooting brought long days and lots of lines to memorize.
No, my mom didn't help me. I helped by myself. I do it by myself.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Although it meant missing out on basketball.
I was happy.
You was happy to miss this?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Terrence, listen to me.
So there were times during the season or during shooting the movie, because he was missing basketball, where he wanted to go home. And then it got into a point though where he realized where he was and what he was doing and how important it was. So he said, I'm not gonna quit. I gotta finish this movie out.
From having conversations about representation to seeing their son embodied on the screen, the Daniels say it's been special and hopefully inspiring.
The sky is the limit, and your children can do anything if you support them and you don't box them in. And that's what Color Book is. That's what Color Book shows, that anything is possible, and Jeremiah is walking proof of that.
I love you guys so much.
Oh, we love you so much.
I loved this story, and you know, because I immediately told you, and I couldn't wait to amplify it for Kids with Capes. So first, I want to know how you heard about him.
I like to reach out to a lot of our local school districts once in a while and just make sure we're not missing anything that's going on that's exciting. And they told me they had a really special student named Jeremiah who had missed some school last year. But so I reached out to Mom, and things just kind of moved forward from there.
Okay, so you call Mom, you're from 9 News, and you tell her you want to interview her son. What did she say?
She said, absolutely, you're going to love him.
Okay, so speaking of loving him, I mean, definitely a star on the rise.
Yes.
His work getting rave reviews for the Color Book. What stood out to you about this star on the rise?
Oh, just the energy that he brings to the table, you know, sitting and talking with him and Mom and Dad on either side. You know, he calls his mom and dad by their first names, which is just very funny. And you can just tell his sense of humor catches his own parents off guard once in a while. So it's just very funny, very endearing to see.
So do you think we're gonna see a lot more Jeremiah Daniels?
Absolutely. Yay. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it, and I love your story. Well done. And Rachel also told me that Jeremiah was just nominated for an NAACP Image Award for his work in Color Book. If you know someone who should be featured in Kids with Capes, please email me at samantha.shocker@9news.com.